Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Mississippi State's offense has the ball first today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback...
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme. And sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grab near the sticks. It's Traore. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it out with a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Michigan's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeps it on the bootleg. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gets it out fast. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And what a great play call there on 4th down. You know, they script and practice these all throughout the week. You've got to be able to call something that you know you can run in your sleep. Beautiful execution on that 4th down play for a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give to the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Turns it loose. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. He'll pull it on the read. Finds some looking for more room. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Wolverines! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Michigan. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Let's see what he can do with it. Followed him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out quickly. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick handoff. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got it in the middle. It's Traore. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Handoff from the shotgun.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man quickly. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Bettis. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. From the gun. Wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for the first down. And now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. No good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it along the sideline. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Maryland.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to the big tight end. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. Looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on second and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football at that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of this.
Turning it on! Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons. In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
It's complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half. So in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, nah, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Looking downfield on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 45. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab past the marker. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. Finds his man. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The give on the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Takes the easy throw in the flat, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Still up by 8 after the miss. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Again, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking the running back.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Bettis. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man across the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still...
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Good gain on the return, and this defense defense has set them up with a big play. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds a man on the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Pocket breaking down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He'll set up to throw. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
And that's such a great... seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the stomping has commenced. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just keep slinging it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Gets away from one, finds room. trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Breaks into the open. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Bulldog. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Wolverines come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
So now it's second and long. Using the quick game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Traore. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. to swing it on second down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got him. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds a man in the middle. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they take it in for 6 more points. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know, at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to